we was talking about, did we think either Star Fox or Zelda was going to make it out both this year? And I was saying that I don't believe both of them would make it, but I thought Star Fox was going to be the game that was going to get delayed. But now that we see it was Zelda, do you guys think Star Fox is big enough to carry the holiday, or is there another game we don't know about? Because you know they got Splatoon, and you know Nintendo typically goes with their own titles for the holidays.
Yeah, in my opinion, Star Fox isn't a big enough franchise, and it's not a game with enough content to be their big holiday title. They're going to have to put 2-3 games out, or have X be that big November game or something, because what we know right now, in my opinion, Star Fox isn't even close to big enough for a big holiday game.
Right. So the reason I asked that is, remember back when Mario 3D World showed up at E3? Mm-hmm. We didn't know nothing about it until E3, and then all of a sudden we saw it, and it didn't look as good as it ended up being. Mm-hmm. But do you see them showing something at E3 that is planned for December that's going to replace Zelda? Because that's what I think is going to happen.
I think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be something that they show off, but I think it's also going to be games by committee, Like they're going to have, just like you have Devil's Third, you have Yoshi's Woolly World. That's going to be a fall title for us. That's going to be a summer title for Europe. So you're going to have Yoshi, you're going to have Devil's Third, you're going to have Star Fox, you're going to have Xenoblade, and I think there's going to be another game or two that they mix in there that we don't know about at this point. I mean, we still need to see what Retro's doing, and Next Level Games. Next Level Games has been working on a game for the past 2 years. They've been working on a Wii U project. So I think that will be the game that we will see that will come out this fall. I don't know if it will replace Zelda, but it's going to be a game from Next Level Studios, the guys who made Luigi's Mansion and the guys who made Mario Strikers. They're making a game for the Wii U. That's going to come out this year. We just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I believe that. I agree with that.
I actually agree with you, Leveled. Going into the Zelda delay, if there was any game that was going to be delayed, I thought it was also going to be Star Fox, because I totally
because it started late, like the development started late.
Right.
And we know they've been working on Zelda for a while, so I was like, oh, Zelda is going to stick to 2015. I believed them like a fool, like a total fool. I thought they were going to do that. But I might be one of the few people that I totally believe in Star Fox, and I feel that Nintendo will make this their big first-party game. I definitely agree with Francis. Like, Next Level's game is probably going to be amazing. If we get Retro's game this year, which we should, and that really is a huge title, that could become it. So I kind of think it's both. I think they'll give us 1 or 2 huge surprises that will become big pushes for the holiday. I don't see Xenoblade being what they push as their big holiday game. But, I mean, it's going to be huge for us, but I don't think that Nintendo will make it that way. I'm really hoping we get, for Star Fox, the equivalent of that second Mario 3D World trailer that you brought up. Because you said, like, that first one, no one was really impressed. Fast forward 5 months, and they released that new trailer out of nowhere, if you remember, and everyone lost their mind with how much better that game looked all of a sudden. And I think Star Fox is and very well could be that, if they give us, like, the content. You know, that Terminator, I don't know if they have enough content. And I would normally agree, but I think that they can make this Star Fox game chock full of content because it's going to be on the Wii U, and if it looks gorgeous and they just sell it as this amazing next-gen Nintendo Star Fox game for the holiday, if they sell it right, I think it could hopefully be that. That's my theory.
My only thing with that is when Mario 3D World first was announced, we didn't know anything about it. We didn't know that it was even in development or anything of the sort. It just showed up.
Well, they said a couple months in advance that the next
leading up to E3, they said something.
3D
we didn't know how long it was in development. We didn't know how long it had been in development. Like with Star Fox, we know that it hasn't been in development no more than, a year?
Year and a half, maybe, yeah.
Year and a half? That's what scares me about it, like how early they started talking about it. But that might have been because they knew they was finna push Zelda back. So that might have been why they decided to start talking about Star Fox a little earlier than they normally would have.
Mm-hmm. But they were working on a Star Fox for Wii, and they just didn't, they didn't have...
Finish.
Yeah, they just didn't finish. They didn't have the basically, the Wii, he felt
Wasn't
like it wasn't
powerful
the right,
enough.
yeah, it wasn't the right system for what he wanted to do.
Yeah,
So I
that's a good
think
point.
a lot of stuff about Star Fox was already in place when Wii U came out.
Right, you
I
right.
think
You
that
right. I forgot about that, T. I sure forgot about
Yeah, I
that.
think the actual what's been going on for a year is just putting that stuff together.
Yeah.
And
Like Pikmin 3. Like that's
Yeah,
I
kind
was
of
going to say
Pikmin 3
Pikmin 3, same thing, and that turned out amazing.
Yeah,
Star
Pikmin
Fox
3
had-
still. To me, Pikmin 3 is still one of the best looking
It's one of
games
the
on the
best.
Wii U.
Oh, I
Mhm.
thought it was the best looking game that year, which was the same year Last of Us came out, and I think that Pikmin 3 was the best looking game I saw in 2013. Personally,
I think the main thing about Star Fox and people worried about the content. I think that was part of the development, but I feel like it's been in development for a while.
Okay.
Count the Wii stuff, but I think the thing is we haven't seen anything, and basically all we have to go on is Star Fox 64. So
true.
Star
Yeah,
Fox
it's
64
true.
wouldn't be a big game today, but I feel like.
Man, don't. I don't know about that,
No,
bro. I love me some Star Fox, man.
Star Fox is
I'm with level.
that's my game. But what I'm saying is the amount of stuff that's in Star Fox 64 wouldn't feel like a big game today. You know what I'm saying? Like you can run through Star Fox 64 in about 4 minutes.
Compared to the order,
You
though,
know
I
what we
mean,
playing nowadays, man? It's none of these games.
But
Oh, yeah, I was
I
about
feel
to
like
say,
you're adding stuff to it.
What was it, like 6 hours or something like that? I mean, I played
Yeah.
it. I haven't beat
Well,
I
it.
feel what you said, though, T. I see what you
I
said.
got it.
Yeah, I just meant
I
like
see what you're
playing,
saying.
starting a game in Star Fox and just going through it. Like
Yeah.
obviously there's all these
20
branching
minutes.
paths. Like I went through I got all the medals. I got everything in Star Fox 64. I beat the correct ending. You get the real ending or whatever.
Mhm.
In that case it takes you a little long. But a lot of gamers they don't 100% anything. Like a lot of gamers.
Right.
But let me ask you a question though, Mr. T. I think it would be worth buying just to see like do a barrel roll in HD. Come on, man.
No, what I'm saying is,
Did you hear that
I think
7-channel
the Star
barrel
Fox 6
roll?
this new Star Fox will be a bigger game. I think there will be like a more a story centric Star Fox.
I have a serious question to ask you though for everybody. Do you think they're gonna have that do a barrel roll in the new stuff? I just want to know. Do you think that they're
I guess
actually
they
gonna
will.
they're gonna
Yes.
say that?
I feel like they
Nintendo
kinda,
That's classic.
I feel like they
Yeah.
kind of have to have it.
Now, the reason I can agree with T is when we played Bayonetta 2 and it had the Easter egg of Star Fox.
Wing.
I didn't even get to that.
We should have knew. We all knew right then and there it was coming, and I think that was even before they even announced that they was working on it, right?
Yeah.
No,
So-
it wasn't.
No, they
Yeah.
announced
Was
it
it?
at 3.
No, it wasn't.
Was it? It wasn't. Well, anyway, if you could take that and how that looked, and I'm pretty sure that was just a quick thrown together.
Yep.
Was that quick?
I don't know. It was
That looked really
Yeah, I think
good.
that was quick,
Oh,
dude. I think that was quick. Or either it was something they had been working on and just pulled and pieced it up for that particular game.
Yeah.
But
Oh, go
that
ahead.
looked
Sorry.
good, dude.
The fact that it looked that good, I think
It looked good, man.
they were telling you that Platinum is working on this game.
Yeah,
That's
the rumors,
Man, I
man.
hope
That's the
that's
rumors.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you were saying that Star Fox 64 wouldn't work today.
Yeah.
If you take that game and just put that skin on Star Fox 64, I'm giving you all my money for it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
giving you-
agree. Not to
before
mention
that-
other people will get excited about it because everyone else loves their graphics and they would
Right.
go nuts for it.
Because before that, you had Kamiya running around talking about, yeah, I love Star Fox. If you guys want me to work on it, tell Nintendo. You think he wouldn't tell Nintendo? Like, I
Right.
think he was trolling us at that point. Like, he was
Probably.
already working on it.
Yeah, Kamiya's trolled us before, even with Bayonetta. He was
Right.
like, when people were saying like, we want Bayonetta 1 on Wii U, he's like, go ask Nintendo.
Right,
They
he
were
was trolling us
working-
on that. They were
Yeah, they were working on
already-
it the whole time.
Right.
Like,
So that's
That's
why.
a good
like-
point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think like look at how Nintendo. This last point, sorry, Terminator, but look at how we always talk about Nintendo puts so much content into their games anyway. Like look at Hyrule Warriors, look at Smash Brothers and all this stuff. Like they're making a brand new next gen Wii U Star Fox that is now, for all we know, their pinnacle like holiday release. This game will have a couple online modes. It's going to have a fleshed out story.
Right.
I think it's going to have a lot of content. I think it's going to look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
You
theory.
don't put Miyamoto on it to make Star Fox.
Yeah, and the Miyamoto factor. That's a
running
whole
the
new
show.
thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on. This is a big game for them.